Welcome to another episode of J Guy Podcast Show. And today is a very beautiful day. We are going to talk about things happening in Ghana or things happening around the world. And we have a very beautiful topic to talk about this particular day. And I have with me here
Virus the blogger.
And my name is Sego Brown. Today we have news from the National Service Scheme. That's NSS. National Service Scheme, NSS. There has been some scandals going on from the previous government, and a lot is happening. So, Virus, welcome to the Guy Podcast Show. And over here we have a lot of things to talk about, things going on in this particular country. So we have the Nss scandal, which is popping up, where people are talking about, and we are going to talk about today.
About the Nss scandal, Charlie, it's a twist of turns. You know, looking at it from the layman's point of view, it's a whole lot. You get it.
Okay.
But looking at the Minister for Justice and the Attorney General, Dr. Dominic Ayine's press briefing yesterday that happened at the Information Services Department.
Yes.
It was kind of, are people intentionally using public offices to make themselves rich, or what? Or they come in to help the country? Because looking at the names that were mentioned and the amount, Charlie, it's really huge amount. This amount could have probably get 80% of schools under trees from their situation or something like that. But here's the case that allegedly they are saying that they have squandered such huge amount of money. So I think yesterday the minister did us very well. He said there are currently 22 persons who are on the list of being prosecuted.
Seriously?
And they include staff and former staff of these NSS offices nationwide. Their secretariats, they have 12 people there.
Seriously?
Those who are directly working with it. And then indirectly, vendors. Just say, so you get it.
Yes.
The strange aspect is that he said that after payments have been released into the ghost names, then these payments are being deposited into ADB bank account.
Okay.
So my concern is that ADB too, what were they doing? Or because payment has come, they feel like, oh, this, they should have charged them or something like that. Look into their coffers or something like that to know that are they misusing public offices or something like that.
Okay.
And also, as at that time, the Akufo-Addo SWA administration, I could probably guess that maybe they also having auditors, like internal auditors, external auditors. What were they also doing? So this thing, Charlie, it's a whole lot, because for money to be squandered in an organization, an organization is having an internal auditor as well as an external auditor. So they will come and audit, let's see, every month, this was the expenses of the institution, or this was how we our expenditure for the month or for the year was. Now throughout these 4 years, 8 years, there was nothing like that there. I think then we have to blame both the auditors and whosoever is involved for accounting and auditing to take place at the NSS. Charlie.
Now, is it that talking about the ghost names, the ghost names were created by the National Service Scheme, or people who have just died and their names are still pending, or what? Because I don't get the whole concept. Is it that the ghost names have been created by the NSS, the people who are working in the NSS? I don't know how this thing is being done, because how can we say ghost names? Meaning they are being paid without them trying to claim their money. And also, if you try to take a look at things like people who are working, people have been posted into villages where they need to rent, they need to buy their own food and stuff. And sometimes they can go like 4 months, 5 months, 6 months without getting paid. And this actually caused some confusion Even sometimes they can even give up without even going to work.
Yeah.
How is it like? So the ghost names, paying into ghost names, and people are working, you are not going to pay them. How is it like? Or how does it
So
feel?
according to the Minister for Justice and the Attorney General, Dr. Dominic was like, the accused persons who he described as a cabal.
Okay.
They scheme together to put the ghost names on the NSS payroll.
Nice one.
And then this NSS payroll was also approved by Parliament. So my question was that the Parliamentary Select Committee to approve budget and stuff, what were they also doing? They didn't do any background checks.
Nice one.
And then yesterday I was scrolling through this issue, and some people were of the view that if really the Attorney General is saying that there were ghost names, then they should provide all the names of the ghost names, which is amounting to 548 million Ghana cedis, for people to know that, oh, me, I'm Samuel this.
Yes.
Let me see if my name is in. Because probably it could be that it's a fabricated story, just to degrade the administration.
Yes.
That's what people are saying.
Yes.
And others are also of the view that why don't they bring the ghost name, so that if you see your name that Steven Segubra is in, you are alive. Yes. You are not a ghost person, or you are not dead.
Yes.
You get it.
Yes.
So this issue, as I said earlier, was just like a twist of 10.
Yes.
You know, look at this plot, then you look at this plot too.
Yes.
Because this budget was approved by Parliament
yes.
for it to be disbursed to the national service beneficiary. Yes. So what actually happened? You get it.
Okay.
So if it really happens as the Minister of Justice is saying, it means that then the committee in Parliament that was supposed to look into that budget and approve it also didn't do their work very well. Because for everything to come out to the public space, it means that you, the committee for that, you have approved it. Yes. You get it.
Yes, sure,
so but for the thing there, it was scheme to put ghost names on the NSS payroll by themselves.
Okay.
According to the.
Okay. So meaning it wasn't about like, let's say 10 people.
No.
20 people.
No.
30 people. Even let's say maximum of 100 people. For it to just cross like 1,000, where we are having
the total amount is 548 million Ghana cedis from the states.
Okay, I am talking about the ghost names.
Yeah.
9,000.
Yeah,
900.
Easy.
Hey, why?
So you see, that's my problem. So the committee, the parliamentary committee that approved that budget, they were supposed to do background checks to see that oh, this is how it's supposed to be. You get it. So you have to calculate it in the tens, bro.
Sure. Now talking about the years where they've accumulated this amount of money, and they've hoarded the amount of money. Talking about 2018-2019 year, they accumulated, or the amount of money lost. We have 25,857,836.16, and talking about 2019-2020. Amount of money lost 21,613,962.24. 2020-2021 amount lost 55,670,584.32. 2021-2022 we have 61,383,025.74. 2022-2023 350,926,977.12. And 2023 to 2024 we have 32,000,000.
Wow.
881,157.07.
Wow.
So when you try to accumulate all these 6 years of service, we have 548,333,542.65. So this is the amount of money lost. But meanwhile, some people are claiming that when they were in service, they weren't paid.
Charlie, I think yesterday the Attorney General list the charges against these 22 accused persons.
Okay.
He said stealing, which is contrary to section 124 clause 1 of the criminal offences Act 1960 at 29.
Yes.
Conspiracy to steal. Contrary to sections 23 clause 1 and 124 clause 1 of the criminal offences Act 1960, they're willfully causing financial loss to the state. which is also contrary to section 179A clause 3A of the Criminal Offences Act 1960 at 29. Then using public office for profit, contrary to section 179C clause A of the Criminal Offences Act 1960, and also obtaining public property by false statement, contrary to section 5 of the Public Property Protection Act 1977, SMCD 140. The money laundering, which is also contrary to section 1 clause 2C of the Anti-Money Laundering Act 2020 at 1044. Then conspiracy to commit money laundering, contrary to section 3 of the Anti-Money Laundering Act 2020 clause at 1044. So Charlie, with these charges being labeled against the accused persons by the Minister for Justice and the Attorney General, I think that there should be proactive measures and actions. Like, you see, if really they have done it, we have to see evidences. As people are saying, I think I support them. We have to see the ghost names, so that we all agree that this is it. So I would like to call on the government and then the president, the office of the special prosecutor, as well as the Attorney General's department, to look into this matter thoroughly and then take proactive measures for us to see that, oh, indeed they did it, and then they are facing rigorous consequences of what they did. And also, if there is no pinnacle of truth, you also know, so that, because these things, it's kind of emotional trauma and embarrassment to the family of the accused, and then you going to get another government position again will also be a thing. So I think Dr. Ayine Dominic, the Minister for Justice and Attorney General, needs to act as soon as possible.
Sure. So NSS, please, if the Attorney General is seeking for you to come and prove yourself, and if you know that you people are not guilty, please, you do the necessary requirements by going to verify or try to have a say, so that at the end your name or your family are not going to be in any bad image in the society. All right, so this comes to the end of today's update. My name is Sago Brown, and I have with me here
Myers the blogger.
All right.